Hello everybody and welcome back on my channel. My name is Alex and today I'm gonna show you how to make this sliding gate roller guide in SolidWorks. In the next few minutes I'm gonna show you step by step how to make all the components and how to assemble them. First we're gonna start with this base. So let's open a new part. And here let's make this plain white. And now if you don't have sheet metal right here, right click on one of these, go here to tabs and select it from here. See, now it's gone. If we go back and we select it, now it's right here. Go to sheet metal and select base flange. Actually, when you are using sheet metal, it's not necessarily to come here to select base flange. You can just go to sketch and select the plane you want to make the sketch in. We're gonna use top plane, open a sketch, and here we'll start with a center rectangle. Make one just like this, and now with smart dimension let's give some dimensions. Here will be 40 millimeters. And now let's make here a center line. From this line to this center line, here will be 150. From this center line to this, here will be 52. Okay, let's exit this sketch and now go to sheet metal and use base flange. And now this sketch should be selected. Here the sheet metal parameters, this will be the thickness for this and will be 5. The rest we're gonna leave it like this. Press here OK. And I'll have to bend this side. To do this we'll use another command from here, and this one will be this one, sketched bend. Select it, and now we'll have to select this face to make the sketch we want this part to bend, and select line, and we'll just have to make one line. Select smart dimension and let's give here a dimension. Here will be 55. And now exit this sketch and we can see the sketched bend, it's open here on the left. Here we'll have to select the face we want to stay fixed, and will be this face, the big one, and we can see here the preview. Here we'll keep 90 degrees. We use default radius because we have no radius for this, so we leave it like this. And here we'll select this one, bend center line. It depends from case to case. You will have to select some of these other positions, like material inside or material outside, or this other one. But in our case, we're gonna leave it like this. Press here OK. And now we'll have to check some dimensions. From this side, from this edge to this face right here should be around 150 millimeters. To do this, we'll go to evaluate, select here measure. Select this face and this one, and we can see that it's very close, which is okay, is acceptable for this part. And let's continue. Now I'll have to make the holes on this face and on this other face. So let's select this face, open a sketch, and here we'll select first straight slot command. We'll make one like this, and then select circle. We'll make here a circle. Select this circle with this arc or this slot and select here make equal. And then with smart dimension let's give a diameter to this, will be 12.5. Okay, and now from this point to this other point, here will be 60 millimeters. Okay, and now from this point to this point here, if you have a point, you can select this point on this arc, or we can select the center of the arc and we'll add the dimension and half of the diameter, which is the radius, or we can place a point and give just the dimension. But this time we'll go like this. Here should be 22, and we'll add 12.5 divided by 2. Okay, this should be the dimension that we need right here, 28.25. The other way to give these dimensions of 22 was to select point and to place a point right here, and then it was easy. Okay, and now with Smart Dimension we'll give a dimension from this point to this edge. Right here will be 16. And now select this center point with this point and select here make horizontal. Now this is fully defined. Go to features, or if you want to use sheet metal until the end, go to sheet metal and select extruded cut, but it's the same thing with this extruded cut, so it doesn't matter which one you'll be using. We can select here link to thickness, and the cut will be automatically the thickness of this sheet metal. Press OK. Nice, and now we'll have to open another sketch on this face, and here let's make the next sketch. Select straight slot again, and we'll make one like this and make right here another one like this. Select this, both of them, and select here make equal, and now select these two lines and select here also make equal. And now Smart Dimension, let's give here a radius, and here will be also the same as with the other one, so it will be 12.5 divided by 2. Alright, and now let's give a dimension from this line to this edge, and here will be 8 millimeters. And now from this point to this edge, here will be 9. And now the same dimensions will be on this other side. So from this point to this edge right here will be 9. And from this line to this edge here will be 8. And let's see, the last dimension will be from this point to this other point, and here will be 15. That's perfect. Now again the same thing, either from features or sheet metal, select extruded cut. If you select it from sheet metal, select here link to thickness. Let's see if it's the same with this other one. Yes, it's exactly the same. Press here OK. And now the last thing we have to do is to add some chamfers to these corners. So go here to fillet, select chamfer, select this corner with this one and this other two, and then we'll have to change here the dimensions. Let's make it 2 millimeters and press here OK. And now this is it. Now the last thing we have to do is to add some material to this part. So right click on material, edit material, and we'll select here steel, apply and close. Perfect, and this is it. This is how you can make this part using sheet metal commands. Now let's save this part. And here let's make this plain white, And now we'll open a sketch in the front plane, and here we'll make the next sketch. Select line and make this sketch. Just like this. And now let's select center line and let's make here a vertical center line bigger than this sketch. And now smart dimension, let's define this. First, from this line to this center line, here will be 19 millimeters. And then from this line to this center line, here will be 14. And here will be 12. Okay, and now this line right here will have 4 millimeters. This one will have 38. Okay, we'll have to drag this up for a little bit. And now this one right here will have 33. And now this should be fully defined. This is the center line. Let's drag it up. Just like this. And now go to features and use revolve with boss base command. Here should be selected this center line, 360 degrees, blind. Press OK. And now let's add some chamfers. So go to fillet, select chamfer. Here for the first one we'll use 1.5. We'll select this face or this edge. Press OK, and now let's add one more. This time we're gonna use 1 millimeter and we'll select this edge with this face. Press OK. Perfect. Now we'll have to make the fillet for the thread for this part. And for this we'll have to go up here to curves, select, click on this line and select helix and spiral. And then we'll have to make a sketch for this helix and we'll have to select this face. Here we'll have to select this circle. If you don't know which one is it from this direction, just move the part like this and it will be this edge. Select this edge and select here convert entities command. This will convert this edge into our sketch and it will be a circle of this diameter. Now exit this sketch. And here we'll have to make these settings. First, we'll have to select here height and pitch, constant pitch. The height will be 32, the pitch will be 175. If the helix is going this way, you'll have to select here reverse the direction. If not, just leave it like this. Make sure that it's going on this bolt. And here the start angle will be 0 degrees and clockwise. Press, if you have here taper helix, unselect this. Press here OK. And now we'll have to make the profile for our thread. To do this, we'll have to find which plane is starting in this point, is passing through this point. To do this, go over each of the planes and we can see that front plane is not, top plane is not, right plane is it. So select right plane, open a sketch. And right here, let's make the next sketch. Select line. And we'll make this. Select smart dimension. And now from this line to this line, here the angle will be 60 degrees. Now let's select this point with this point from the middle of this line and select here make horizontal. And now with smart dimension, let's give here another dimension. Here will be 1.5. And now this should be almost fully defined. Now select this point with this helix and select here make pierce. Now we'll add a small fillet right here, so go up here to sketch fillet. The radius will be, let's try with 0.1. Select this point and press here OK. Press here OK, and now exit this sketch. Go to features, and from here we'll use swept cut. This sketch should be selected here, and now we'll select here the path will be this helix. And now press here OK, and let's see how the thread is looking. I think it's looking okay. And now let's right click on this helix and select here hide. And I'll have to do one more thing to make this thread looking a little bit better. Select this face, open a sketch, and with this face selected, select here convert entities command. And now select line, and let's make here a small triangle like this. Select this line and select here construction geometry. Now go to features, use extruded cut, and we'll make here this cut, but we'll have to select here this one, draft on, and let's increase it. Make sure that this cut is not colliding with this face of the thread, and keep here blind, and here the size should be 10, should be okay. Press OK. And now this is looking a little bit better. Alright, now we'll have to make the next thing. Open a sketch on this face, and here select polygon and make a polygon like this. Select this point with this one and select here make vertical. And now it's smart dimension from this point to this one. Here should be 7. Okay, now go to features, use extruded cut, and here the depth should be 5. Press OK. And now we'll select fillet, and the radius will keep it 1, and select all of these faces, actually edges, and press here OK. And now let's apply a material. So right click on material, edit, material will be also steel 1020, apply and close. Now let's save this also, this roller. Let's open a new part, and here let's make this plane white. And now let's open a sketch in the top plane. Here we'll start with 2 circles, and now it's smart dimension, let's define them. First, this one will have 30 millimeters, and this one from inside will have 15. Now go to features, use extruded boss base command. Here we can direction, we can keep mid plane, and here the length will be 40 millimeters. Press OK. Now let's select this face, open a sketch, and here select circle. This one will have the diameter 20 millimeters. Now go to features, use extruded cut, and the depth will be 5. Actually the depth will be 4, not 5. Press OK. And now let's add some fillets to this. So select fillet, we'll keep here the radius 1. We'll select this face and this one, and press here OK. Now let's apply some material to this. This will be from plastic, so Will not go here this time because I don't know the exact material, what type of plastic is it. So we'll go here on the left at appearance, we'll go to plastic and we'll select this one. Double click on it or left click and drag it and select from here the name. And this is it for this part. Let's save it. Okay, and now let's make the next one, which will be the washer. Open a new part. This is very simple and very easy. Open a sketch in the top plane. And here let's make two circles. Let's define them. This one will have 24. And this one will have 13. Go to features, use extruded boss base command and the thickness will be 2. Press OK. Now let's apply material to this one. Will also be this material and close. And this is how easy you can make a washer. Let's save it. Okay, and now let's make the assembly. For this, let's open a new SolidWorks document, select here assembly and this one, and now let's import all the components that we just made. And okay, for now these two, let's make here plain white, and now let's go and import the other ones. We go to insert component existing and browse for them. We have them right here. Press here OK. Alright, now this is the base. This should be fixed. Fix. This one should float. Okay. And now we're gonna need 2 more of this and a lot more of this. So we'll have to multiply this with Ctrl pressed, left click and drag it. With Ctrl pressed, left click and drag it. And now we need 3 more of this. Okay, and now let's assemble them. First select this face with this one and select here concentric. And now this face with this one should coincide. Okay, select this face with this one, select here concentric. And now select this face with this one and select here coincide. Now select this face with this one and select here concentric. Okay, this is good. And now select this face with this one, select here concentric. And now this face with this one should coincide. Now we need 2 of these washers for each of them. So let's select this time this face with this one and select here coincide. And this one with this one also coincide. Now make them both of this concentric. Okay, this with this should be concentric. It should be easy by now to do this because it's the same as the other one. Coincide. And now this concentric. Okay, and now we'll have to import from the library the nuts. So let's go to design library. We'll go to metric, nuts, hex, nuts. We'll select the style 1. Let's see what other ones we have here. Yes, we'll select this one. So left click and drag it. If we go on the bolt, it should automatically, yeah, it should, but I'm not, it takes too much. So just place it somewhere around here, and then we'll have to select M12, and we'll keep it like this here. Press OK. And now we need 3 more. Okay, and close. And now what we'll have to do is to put one here and one under for each of them. But first let's edit it, because this is too thick. We need it to be a little bit thinner. So to do that, we'll right click on it, select here open part, press here OK. Let's make here plain white. And now we'll have to make this a little bit thinner. To do that, we can see here that this is the extruded for this part. Right click on it, select here edit feature. We can see here the thickness, and we'll make it 7 millimeters. Press OK. And now this is a little bit better. And now let's go back to our assembly. Click here yes, and now all of them are the same thickness. Now we'll have to select one of these round edges with one of these round faces and select here concentric. And now just let's select this edge from the nut with this edge from the bolt and select here tangent. Okay, and something happened. Okay, and now this face with this face and select here coincide. Alright, this is almost finished. Let's do this for all of them. So right now select this face with one of these round faces, select here concentric, and I'll have to drag this one down. Which was it? Okay, just like this. Then select this face with the face from the washer, and this should coincide. And now let's do the same thing for this other part. Or you can make all of this as an assembly separately, and then when you're gonna import them here, you can just right control pressed, left click and drag this, and it will automatically multiply with all of the components, and you don't have to make this assembly twice. But this is it now. So select this face with this one and select here concentric. So this round edge should be tangent to this one. Okay, I don't know why this is happening. It seems that my computer doesn't like this. So select this face with this one and select here coincide. Alright, and now the last one. Concentric. And these two faces should coincide. Okay, and now this is almost finished. Now what we'll have to do is to add another mate, which will be kind of a different one for this straight slot right here. To do this, we'll right click on mates and select their edit feature. Now we'll go here to analysis, or not, to mechanical, sorry, to mechanical, and from here we'll select slot. We'll select here free, and then we'll select this slot, and let's select this part. Press here OK, and let's see if this is good. Yep, we can see that it's moving along this slot and not more than that. This is also rotating, which is perfect. Now this is the assembly for this is the tutorial for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you liked it, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you, and see you next time.